Pwede mo tayo dito?
Pwede din, pwede din. Lalobat na agad. Oh, lol. Kuya Gari pa.
Mahirap ay diyan yung plano paano ako makakalabas. Shoot ka talaga.
Para shoot ka talaga, magastos yung gusto mo pag ganun. Dogo, para makuha mo yung battery. Yung battery nandun sa ano? Nandun sa bag nung camera.
Sabi mo, hold up ka ng mga hijack ka ng aeroplano. Yung pagpasok pa lang, komplikado na eh.
Oo.
May pangalan ka na agad dun eh. Mga hijack ka. Paano ka i-exit?
Yan yan, kaliwa.
Paano ka i-exit? Diba? Yung problema ko, paano ka i-exit? Saan na aircon na to?
Ito?
Oo, pakaliwa. Yan. Dito lang charger dito.
Ito ka tayong bukas eh.
Bukas na ba?
Oo.
Okay.
Papalag kahit apat. Parang nung nakaraan, iba yung dala mo, yo.
Everest?
Oo. Akala ko yun.
Ayaw gumana eh.
Ayaw gumana?
Oo. Nagtampo.
Oo.
Sa tropa to, yung kasama ko noon. Sana parehas yun. Ito, tsaka yun.
Okay. Asan siya ngayon?
Ando dun na, base na. Gayak na.
Okay.
Birthday bali niya, tsaka na aeropods niya. Sabay sila.
So, bali sa kanya yung party na yun?
Sa kanya yung party na yun.
Tangin na. Sagad. Ayos yun.
Welcome sa Hoods. Hintayin nga namin sa kanto, Big. Oo, tatakboy ko lang yun.
Yes, ay. Nakuha mo yung battery. Ayan, full charge yan, no?
Oo.
Ayan.
Ay, hindi. Robot doon. Pwede na.
Ulul. Okay lang, may camera naman tayo dito.
Pero may dalang charger.
Oo.
Okay.
Ayaw ko pa nga dalhin kanina eh. Kaya naisip ko, hindi, magbubod na ako.
Welcome sa Hoods ni Doggy Style.
Yes, ay.
Welcome to SI. Yes, SI. Dito sa kaliwa. Para masama yung yung video mo sa YouTube, GM National.
Oo. Ay, si Madam mo, nag-ano pa si Madam dun, no? Madam, diyan ka pa, Madam, ha?
Ano pa, subo-subo ka, ha? Subo mo lahat, Madam.
Sige na.
Parang lalagpas ka pa ng Del Monte. Diretso pa ako. Punta ka naman.
Dominate na, may tinatandaan.
Ay, hindi na pala lalagpas ng Del Monte. Mamaya hingi tayo ng ano. Kaway sa avenue lang.
Legit yan eh. Ba? Hindi. Hindi ba? Oo nga.
Cherry
Oo nga, hindi.
Cherry blossom.
Ito pa lang ito.
Umakyat, hindi na umakyat.
Ang ganda, no? Pag po, birthday.
Ganda yung buhok mo. Totoo ba yan?
Opo.
Ito. Pahawak.
Tunay po yan, tunay.
Tunay.
Opo.
Thank you for coming. Oh, paano na kayo Sige. Sige pa kayo.
Kulang.
Yun o. Ganyan, ganyan. Pwede ba yung ganyan?
Pwede rin itong dilaw, alam ko. Dilaw, puti lang. Puti lang. Puti lang.
Ah, hindi. White lang yun. Hey! What's happening? Hey! What's up? Sa lahat ng kayaan nyo na iyan sa kainan. Diba?
Kahit ang may palot-palot.
Diba? Kasi kung talaga pag-aaya ka ng hindi matatanggal ng lahat, yun din yun eh. Kalakain tayo.
Kasi maliban na lang kung iba yung trip nila, no? Tamang hindi kain.
Oo, mapapati ako. Okay. Sarap din. Sama talaga lahat. Yan,
Pang-vlog eh.
nag-vlog ba ito?
Siya.
Lumang-luma na yung shopping, pauso pa lang yung bahay nila, di ba? Mayagawa pa lang. Ano yung tsura ng bahay sa balik-balik. Sinabi. Yung kalsada namin, kalahating itim, kalahating puti. Kalahating ispalto, kalahating semento.
Magkaiba daw ng barangay.
Doon sa kalsada namin mismo.
Ano lugar ito?
Bohol. Balik-balik, Sampalo.
Andyan doon.
Sa balik-balik.
Sampalo.
Maynila na rin.
Boundary ng Maynila.
Ay, ko naturo sa iyo to yung kalsada namin. Pero makapansin mo yung kalahating ispalto.
Saka sa balik-balik to, hindi na tapos.
Rapid ka sa welcome.
Oo, malapit na doon.
Ang mga tropa ako dun, pre. Sa Gitwaso.
Di ba? So, yun, malapit na.
Marami ang tropa na to. Yun na mismo yung balik-balik, di ba?
Oo, balik-balik na yun.
Sa kabilaan, Quezon City.
Quezon City.
Boundary. Pero, malapit.
Sa akin, boundary. Ba, yung dinaretso natin, ang ate yun, Maynila. Mindanao.
Pero makulit eh, yung Quezon City, Manila rin yun.
Diba? Sa gitna nga, kaya sentro nga kasi yun sa atin.
Kasi pag nakita mo, pag sinerge mo,
Sentro yun.
City, kasi Manila City.
Sentro kasi. Sentro yun sa atin. Sentro lang ano.
Gitnang gitna.
Sentro yung Manila yun. Kaya center point yun, di ba?
Omsi.
Kaya ano, sentro yung Manila.
Tropa niyo na naman yung
Tatay ng May. Ayun.
birthday din daw yun.
Ang birthday, no? Sabay sila. Sabay sila ng birthday. Party na sa taas.
Pinakamaganda sa trabaho na yan. Kayo nagpapaibig, kayo nagpapasaya.
Mismo,
Kayo
oo.
nagpapaligaya.
Kailangan mo lang
Ang
i-maintain,
dami
no?
pinakamasayang tao, di ba?
Huwag ka lang sasablay.
Okay.
Oo,
Kailangan
kayo
eh.
sasablay, di ba?
Kasi yung mga tao tol, pag kumakain ng masarap po yun, masaya na yun eh.
Mismo.
Oo,
Isa yun sa
eh.
nakakapagpasaya sa
Paano kayong magandang lights? Magandang
sound system.
sound system.
Tapos meron ka pang MC. May
Oo.
DJ ka pa.
Puri mo, makikain ka na lang.
Meron kasi
Price
mga
reserve ka
catering na parang ayaw magbigay ng mga nagsaserve eh.
Naramdaman mo.
Di ba? Minsan may mga ganun, parang ayaw mo magbigay.
Mo control, no? Control.
Parang ayaw magbigay.
Hindi, nasa ano yun tol, yung mga nagpapa-event yun. Hindi yung mga, kunwari, ako yung
Pero pag kami, kagaya nung nakaraan, birthday ni Mats, kinuha namin sila kay 25 bucks.
Magkano birthday na pagkakagay?
Per head ng ano nila eh, meron silang brochure, pwede kang mamili ng mga set A, set C, yung lang, ang dami.
Pero sa yung lalabas nila na...
Ano tol, 300 per head, 7.5 lang. Tapos sobra-sobra yung pagkain sa 25 katao tol. Siguro ang tao na nasa 30 to 35 na eh, yung napakain namin.
So, kasi pag yung sa tol,
Tapos yung gamit, pull out nila next day na. Kahit hindi mo nahugasan yun, walang problema.
ano to? Sila magsiset up nun.
Sila na magsiset up.
Okay. Tapos, siyempre, automatic yung extra juice pag may mga nabasa ko.
Pwede ka magpa-extra.
Ano pa? Tawag dito. Ayos, no? Good deal. Good deal pa. Ikaw rin mamimili ng pagkain nila.
Utol dun sa papel nila, may mga set-set na yun. Pwede kang mamili. Ito may kare-kare. Tapos ito naman may lengua. Ito.
Yun siya. May kasama pa dito.
Sila po tayo ng 7.5.
Dami na rin po.
Sarap magpapati, 7.5 na. Kasi nagkatao na, no? Sarap magpapati. Wala lang, dahil sa presaya mo lang. Magpapati ka lang. Kahit wala, hindi ko birthday eh. Nagawa tayo ng birthday. Birthday mo lang ngayon.
Dahil lang mo sa alang, no?
Oo, diba?
Halimbawa, celebrate ka ng 1 million subscribers mo.
Oo.
Maparty ka talaga.
Tulibin dahil na SI ka pa? Ano to? Kare-kare. Ito pala yung kinain ko kanina. Kare-kare. Ito yung lechon. Ubus na ata yung lechon. Knockout. Knockout yung lechon.
Ito yung dalawang susunod.
Dalawang susunod. Hindi pinansin, oh. Ayun, sagad din yun. DSW. Yan, sakto. Golden State. Arden pati. Shit, Arden. I love
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K. Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. We are in Toronto, and nothing tips off a broadcast. Well, guys, we know when you're tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. 32 of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight. 20 years ago, it probably would have played out a little bit differently.
Yeah, totally right. I can remember when you throw the ball, you isolate the bigs on the block 7, you wait till they get double teamed, they take up most of the shot clock, and then they kick it out to you at the last minute, and that's where you shot the three. Right now, as you know, we see a game right now where the lane is wide open and it's played at a faster pace.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward.
And that's a quick foul on there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Poked away.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Here is Harden. Over Green.
Coming after like a pit bull, Danny will get in your shirt and stop you cold.
Beyond the arc. The second effort, Siakam. The shot comes out, so Houston will take it the other way. We're about 1 minute into the first. Green against Harden, over Green, and it's Lowry with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can still afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Green gets it to go.
A tremendous catch and shoot player. Green showing he can create space off the dribble as well.
Well, Smitty, when it comes to Danny Green, this guy's got a lot of courage. We know that the man lives with 2 enormous boa constrictors.
Jade and Lightning, those are their names. He's had days since his days at North Carolina. Said that given his busy schedule, snakes were just a lot easier to take care of than other pets.
And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
The Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in, and the shot is good. Leonard's got his first 2 points of the night.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Pass to Green. The drive by Green.
And you watch Danny Green work. Smart guy, a grinder. That time, he draws the foul.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
This Toronto offense have been going through a transition the last few years. The team used to take a lot of mid-range shots and run a lot of ISOs. They switched to more of a ball movement-oriented style, and it paid off.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. Norman Powell comes in for Leonard. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry.
One of Rivers' pet moves, the dribble drive. He has the size and length to do damage off of it.
Up top Powell. He feeds it to Ibaka. Passes to Siakam. Just 4 to shoot. That one misses. KRAYZIE that time from Green. Along with the Raptors' decrease in isolations, the amount of threes jumped up as well.
So true. 38% of shots last year were threes. Raptors took the 3rd most threes in the league last season. We'll see if that trend continues this season, but there has clearly been a shift in how they want to play. And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up. Only the first quarter, guys are getting in the groove, but communication on the defense has to be better. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Rockets trail by 7. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Shumpert. Ibaka, it's a nice D.
Can't finish, and defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Outside Green. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Shumpert. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the book. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing.
The steal thing is just...
Hey, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives them a knack for when to go after steal without hurting his feet.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end. There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Gordon is out there with PJ Tucker. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Shumpert at the shooting guard. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Outside, Green. Here's Siakam. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Leonard, he's checked in for Green. And then for Houston, James Harden comes in for Shumpert. And it's Paul in for Austin Rivers. Harden kicks the ball. Harden scanning the floor. Pocket 6. It's over Powell. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from James Harden. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, is freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking, and obviously arm bar checking and down in the post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy drill at you at 100 miles per hour. How do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, well, that wasn't a foul, but I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
Ball outside. 1:52 left to play here in the half. Harden has a wide open look. The rebound by Ibaka.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry comes in for Norman Powell. Tucker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Wait for his man to break free.
And PJ Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second round pick, back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
There's a killer two-handed slam.
You know, he attracts a lot of defensive attention, and that enables Lowry to create open looks for his teammates.
Ball against Lowry from 11 feet away. The shot by Paul, no good.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
And Leonard gets it to go.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible.
Gordon dishes to Harden. Capella trying to free himself up, and he can't stop the run as he misses. And Gasol now top of the key. And that one is stuck right through.
Man, they just keep coming at you. Can they sustain this level of energy for the rest of the night? Well, as they feel this lead, looks like the guys are feeding off the success. That keeps them going.
Pass to Siakam. Gasol kicks to Siakam. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. That'll do it for the first half. Raptors lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports halftime.
It's all over this one.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half. Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Ball against Lowry. And it's blocked by Capella. And a deep three from Harden. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Leonard against Gordon. Leonard, the pass to Siakam. Gordon gets the hand up, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Here's Gasol. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That one goes. Counted. Gasol's got the first field goal of the second half for the Raptors.
Finding an opportunity inside. It's a good read by Marc Gasol. He's one of our high IQ players that we have.
To the middle. Here's Capella. The layup on target. Here's Gasol. They'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 17-point lead, their biggest.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Harden. No good that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And the foul on Harden. That's his third foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Siakam. And Norman Powell subbed in for Danny Green. And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many solid relationships, it seemed.
And he was eventually moved after requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay. Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Gordon finds Harden. Gets a very good look and converts. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And Capella sends it back. And he recovers it. A nice shot by Gasol.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Gordon. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
Lon Shumpert's checked in for Houston. Austin Rivers comes in for Paul. The pass to Gasol. Ibaka outside. Three-pointer, Lowry. It's rebounded by Houston. Rivers scanning the floor. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And a missed layup.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight. I say it's the #1 reason why they are ahead in this game right now.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. No good on that one. The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And he's good on the second. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Harden against Leonard. Harden outside. just 4 to shoot. In the corner, it's Capella for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And the second free throw, good. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the basket by Lowry.
They are just killing them on the interior.
It's trailed by 21. Harden outside. Gasol with the steal.
What's up? What's up?
Putang ina tol, aminado ako, di ko na naman ginagawa ko rito.
Van Vliet hits to Gasol. Finished off the break. Gasol's got 6. The Rockets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since absent. Very slow start offensively. Lowry against Shumpert. Harden outside. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And starting out in the shadow of his older brother Powell, Marc Gasol, Steve, has become a superstar in his own right.
Multiple All-Star games, an All-NBA first team in 2015, and it's not just the production, it's the leadership.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Green in for Kyle Lowry. Rivers with it. 6 on the shot clock. The Rockets again can't hit. And here's Toronto. They're on a 12-4 run. Leonard the pass to Siakam. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. Raptors have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now here's Paul. Over to the left wing. A nice shot by Tucker.
If there's one thing Paul does best, it's running an offense, finding the best look.
He got it up, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the...
It's not going to go right every time.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. So on the floor for Houston. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Gordon, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. We talk a lot about making plays at the rim and hitting threes, but the mid-range game is still alive, Steve, and it's playing well with some players.
I love it because it's coming back. The guy I come to mind to think of, first of all, is DeMar DeRozan. I think the king of the mid-range. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge. Chris Paul, for a point guard, does a nice job.
Chris Paul, right.
And knocking down the mid-range game. I love the three-point shot, but I think the mid-range game is starting to come back. Pump fake, one dribble, and knock it down.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Rockets trail by 21. It's tipped, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Harden, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Green, no luck.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Paul, no one around him. Another miss by Houston. And Cliff Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Raptors leading by 21. Van Vliet looking around. And Siakam has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. In the corner, it's Gordon. A shot. That one wide left. Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. A 3 from Leonard. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
Harden against Leonard. Harden finds Paul. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Buries the long-range jumper. Tucker's got 9 points now in just the second half.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep. By and large, defenders have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
And here's Harden for 3. Raptors leading by 21. Here's Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Toronto.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
You know, as the game tonight evolved, he really put the team on his back. He was aggressive, effective, and the defense, they weren't able to adjust.
Leonard, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry against Rivers. Shot clock at 5. Another miss by Houston.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end. Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Leonard, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Shumpert. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration. He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
The first free throw is good.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And here's Rivers. Inside, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Now Lowry counts the basket.
And they've earned just showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd. You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens. As a player, the relationship you have with the fans.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. The execution.